Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Let's get started. Today, I've got my Teenage Engineering OPZ, and we're going to talk about ghost notes in electronic drums versus played drums, or not really acoustic drums, I guess, because you can play an electric kit, but a human playing versus a sequencer playing. So if you don't know what a ghost note is, let's build a little pattern, and I'll show you here. So let's get a kick drum on 1. Kick drum on 3, and let's get some hi-hat just on some eighth notes here, very basic pattern, and a snare drum on 2 and on 4. Get the metronome out. There we go. So a ghost note, we're going to do one on the snare drum here, and a ghost note is basically any note that is in between the backbeat, the main notes here, that is meant to kind of pass time along or fill in some space without really detracting or distracting from the listener here, from what's going on. So let's listen, let's put one here, a snare drum here and a snare drum here, and we'll listen to what that sounds like. So kind of grooves, but it sounds pretty cheesy. So what we want to do to turn these into ghost notes is to go to page 4 here, our volume control, and we're going to take those two middle notes and we're just going to bring them way down in volume. There we go. So hopefully that helps you to learn what a ghost note is. And now we can talk about what they're for and the purpose they serve, both in sequence drums and live drums. So in my opinion, in live drums, the ghost note is more for the drummer to kind of help the sense of groove along. At least in my case, when I'm playing, it's a lot easier for me to lightly tap on the snare between notes, between accented notes, than it is for me to just sit there and count without playing anything with that hand between 2 and 4, where the snare drum typically goes. So that's how I use them when I'm playing live, is it's more for me to kind of help feel the passage of time, in whatever context the song needs it to be felt in. If you want to watch a master of this, go check out Carter Beauford. He's the drummer for Dave Matthews. Say what you will about the Dave Matthews Band, but Carter Beauford is an amazing drummer and is probably the best user of ghost notes that I can think of right now. I'm sure there are others that are wonderful. If you know any, leave them in the comments down below. But yeah, go check out Carter Beauford playing, just a pure master of the ghost note and the pocket. However, in sequence drums, I think that ghost notes are more for filling a space that might be empty. So let's go back to our pattern. I just removed those two ghost notes. Let's take out this bass drum right here, the one that's on 3. So now there's a big space there. Let's put the bass drum right there instead. So that right there spices the pattern up. That's not a ghost note though, so let's add some of those in. Go back to the snare track. Let's put those two notes back exactly where we had them. There we go. So this right here, I like to call the beginner's trap, because in live drumming, this right here is what a beginner will play. As soon as they learn how to hit that snare drum on the offbeats, they will play this pattern with all the snare drum notes the same dynamic level, which it just does not sound good. It sounds very novice and very loud and obnoxious, and it just doesn't work. All you have to do to fix that, again, we're going to go to page 4 here, bring these ghost notes down, bring them down in volume. You can do this on like a PO33 as well, or any sequencer that allows you to control the dynamic level of each individual step. Now let's listen. That's pretty damn good. And I'm sorry, but I gotta change the hi-hat sound. That shaker is killing me. I meant for it to be, don't know why it's playing that, but I meant for it to be this. Oh, so much better. There we go. So those are ghost notes in sequence drums. And again, since there's no drummer, it doesn't really help the physical drummer continue his feel and things like that. But what it does do is fill in the space for the listener without distracting from the main groove going on. So let's put a bass line over this, and let's something like that. I'm not sure what's going on with this weird polyphony thing it's doing. So you guys can hear how those ghost notes really help. Let's take them out. It just doesn't have the same kind of pop. You're not nodding your head as much. And it could sound good with even one right here. There we go. Another one right there. You could even do something like this and bring the volume on this one back up. Just like that. Now we're grooving really hard. It's all about the dynamics between the notes. Let's go to the effects end 1 here. Actually, sorry, back to the snare drum. Let's turn on effects end 1 a little bit, just for a little bit of delay. There we go. You notice that that grooved pretty hard, and the reason for that is because the delay effect almost creates another set of ghost notes because it's slowly fading out. So very cool. We'll turn that off. Now let's go to our hi-hat track here, and we can do hi-hat ghost notes as well. It's not limited to just the snare drum. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put notes on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to put 2 pickups right in here, but we're going to first hold down one of them after going to page 4, turn the volume way down, and replace the first 2 between 1, 2, 3, 4 with these quieter notes. Now let's listen. Now if we mute the snare, now this is a little closer to how you would use ghost notes on an acoustic drum set or playing live. You can hear that really passes time really nicely, and we don't really notice it too much. Let's bring that, let's make that snare drum a little less busy. Let's take that one out. I mean, how hard does that groove right there? Whoop, mixer, that's what I wanted. Oh yeah, I'm really feeling that. Let's see if it'll transpose it. Oh yeah. So there you have it, a little touching on ghost notes, so we didn't get too in-depth. For that, I would need to be at the drum set. We are going to do a video on that in the future. Hopefully you guys found this one helpful. Again, just a little primer, but something to help your tracks groove a little more. If you did dig this video, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, check out all the links in the description down below. We got new videos coming out every single day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.